So this is my herb garden, and I have completely neglected it this year. I usually don't neglect my herb garden, but this year I have been really busy with my vegetable garden and just a lot of things this summer. So that bee box right there is supposed to be holding bee balm lemon, but it is overrun with dill at the moment, which I'm not complaining about, but I didn't get any bee balm. This is supposed to be some chamomile in that little bitty bed right there, but it's overrun with some clover. And where all these stones and bricks are, I'm going to have some creeping thyme growing in between, but that might take some time for that to grow. I have to actually get it and plant it in there first, because there's nothing but weeds growing in between there. So my sweet mint is starting to flower, and I will try to save those seeds whenever they start putting off seeds. So right here in this little box is chocolate mint, and it actually does smell like Thin Mints or like chocolate chip mint ice cream. It smells really good. I wish y'all can smell this right now. The sweet mint smells amazing. Just walking through herbs or touching herbs is like therapy, because as soon as you just move them, it just makes the most amazing smell. This is supposed to be thyme, but it's dying off, so it is starting to come back a little bit, but it's probably because I need to add a bunch of stuff to this bed. So if you notice, these are in a raised bed. This is an old sink that was found in our woods, I guess, somewhere here on the property. My husband brought it over here for me to put herbs in. But the thing about raised beds is that if you don't feed it, put some fertilizer in it, it doesn't really get any nutrition from the ground, because it's not in the ground. So I'm probably going to have to pull some of this up, because see how there's like so much space in here. I need to fill that up. I might have to replant this whole bed with some more thyme, but I need to add a whole bunch of dirt and some fertilizer. So I don't know. I haven't decided what I'll do with it yet. So this is just a little sink full of weeds. There was literally nothing planted in this thing. This is another little sink that was on our property, and I think either my kids or my husband brought it up here for me to plant herbs in. And I set it out here, put dirt in it, and didn't put anything else in it. So all of these are weeds. I'm going to have to pull all those out and put something else in there. But there's a lot of things that I can grow, even though it's coming on fall. You can start a herb garden in the fall. We can redo all this and put some good herbs in here that's going to grow over the fall and into the winter. So parsley and cilantro, chives, mint, lavender, all of those things are things that you can plant in the fall. I'm not really for sure about chamomile. I think that's probably something I need to start in the spring, but we'll see. This was my bee balm box. See the bee box? We found this bee box on the riverbed, and we brought it back here to plant some bee balm in, because it wasn't in a condition for anything else, but it makes a perfect planter for my bee balm. If only my bee balm would grow. Okay, so what I did here was I cleared out all of the weeds in the bee balm box. I also cleared out all of the leaves and the weeds that was here in this little bed. This is where my dill is growing, and I did accidentally pull up a piece of dill that was pretty much dead, but it had seeds on the end of it, so I shook those seeds off into this bed right through here because it will reseed itself and grow back. I don't think dill's necessarily considered a perennial, but it does reseed itself. I don't know if you can see those seeds on here. There's a few seeds that are starting to form. And sometimes, well, they have been this year, they've been dropping seeds right here through my bricks, and I had dill coming up here through my walkway. So I don't really want that to happen, but you know, whatever. Wherever it wants to grow, it'll grow. And I'm fine with that. So I do like to take some of the seeds and sprinkle them over there as much as possible so that they can continue to grow in this little patch. Hey guys. Sorry I haven't had a video in a little bit. I've just been doing a lot. There's been kids starting school and just things going on in life that's kind of kept me from it. So anyways, it's kind of the way it is, you know. We have seasons in life and we just kind of got to roll with it, you know. So I'm sitting here in a little quiet spot in my garden. It's just really peaceful here, and I feel like I'm surrounded by a tomato forest. There's all kinds of tomato plants around me and zinnias. Just really nice and peaceful, and I'm watching the field where all the butterflies are going from all the milkweed to other milkweed plants. There's a bunch of, I guess it's milkweed, it's like purple. I know there's different kinds. Anyways, they love it. So anyways, I just wanted to talk about seasons in life. You know, just kind of like you have a gardening season, life has seasons as well. So this year I didn't do a whole lot of herbal gardening, which is one of my favorite things actually, but with trying to prepare food to put away and can, and that being a main priority this year, I just didn't get to the herbal gardening stuff like I wanted to. So I kind of took some time out this morning and pulled all the weeds in that garden, and I'm just hopeful because I know fall is also a time when you can start herbs. So I'm going to be starting some more herbs this here soon, and probably just sometime this week, and as well as a winter garden. Or a fall garden, well, fall-winter garden. But I've never done a fall-winter garden before, and I'm not really going to be able to start seeds at home because I don't really have I don't have a lot of space for that. So I will probably be buying my fall-winter plants this year. So we'll see how that goes. But I just wanted to talk to you about seasons in life. I know in Ecclesiastes 3 it talks about all the seasons. You know, that there's times for things, and sometimes you might feel like you're going through a lot, like you're overwhelmed, and I wanted you to know that it's okay to take time, and there's some things you can put off, you know. Like for me, I put off my herb garden this year. It wasn't something I wanted to do, but it also was not a necessity this year. So in order to keep from getting overwhelmed, that was just something I kind of let go. There's going to be times when you have to let some things go and focus on other things that are more important at the time. So don't beat yourself up over it. Give yourself grace. Ask God to show you what your priorities should be, you know. This year for me, the vegetable garden was a priority over the herbal garden. So, but there's bigger things in life that we have seasons of. You know, you might have a season of, maybe you had a baby this year. Well, you know, there's going to be some things you're going to have to let go and not worry about, and not beat yourself up over if you didn't get your bed made or if you didn't get the dishes done or whatever, you know. Don't beat yourself up over that. There's time for everything, and sometimes it's time to rest, you know. So anyways, I was just thinking about that. Wanted to talk to you about that. I'm sure somebody's probably feeling a little overwhelmed and guilty for letting some things go, and I just wanted to let you know that it's okay sometimes, you know. Just ask God what your priorities should be and go with that, you know. I also wanted to remind you that just like seasons change, the seasons of life are going to change as well. So this time in your life that might be causing you some distress or whatever, it's not going to last forever. So just remember that. Remember that seasons in life are going to come and they're going to go. You're going to have seasons of calmness where you're able to get things done and things are good, and then you're going to have seasons where things are hard. So just take each season as it comes and try to find the good in it and try to enjoy every one of the seasons that come, because there is good in everything. So also, if you have any ideas of what herbs I can be putting in my garden this fall, anything you've had success with that maybe I need to know about, drop a comment below and let me know what I should be growing in my herbal garden this year. And if you haven't gotten into the Word today, I would highly recommend that you read Ecclesiastes chapter 3. I think you'll be blessed by it.